We challenged 3 generations of the Padgett family to answer agree or disagree to 6 statements in relation to men's mental health. Meet Josh, Ash, and Graham.
Women do work, but they shouldn't be the primary breadwinner, I don't think.
In my own personal circumstance, you know, we both work. I don't think it's something that's maybe as relevant as it used to be.
I think men should be able to look after their children.
If she was the only one contributing, I would feel uneasy about it, because you would feel as though you were letting the family down, because that's how you were brought up to believe that the man's place is as the breadwinner. I find it difficult to talk to other people over it. But like you say, I think sometimes your emotions can get the better of you.
I feel comfortable speaking to other people, but sometimes I don't, because some people just just rub it off and like carry on.
You know, I always say it can always come to us, Josh, don't we?
Even when I was younger, there were all this thing around kind of like, if you're a bloke, then you need to man up and stuff like that. I don't think it can ever be perceived to be a positive thing if you're bottling up your emotions.
People in the public eye being willing to come out and speak about their own experiences with mental health. People that you class as being quite masculine, I think those sort of people being willing to speak about that sort of thing takes away some of the stigma.
I think there's a lot more probably support services available for people. So for Josh's generation, you know, hopefully kind of like that stigma will be removed and people will feel more able to speak openly about things.
As I was growing up, it was never a brought up subject. I think it was sort of a taboo subject, something that people didn't discuss or felt embarrassed to discuss. You know, you think, was anybody there for me that I could be there for Josh? You know, in that situation.
The government have brought in at school where the teachers and people around the school have to talk about mental health and well-being, and like the teachers always say, there's always someone around the corner who can help. They could make you happy again.
I think there's much more awareness even in schools and things like that now, and I think it's really important that they've got the support. It's obviously a really big positive that it is out there, people can speak about it and people can get support when they need it.
I think it has played a big role. There's a lot more probably forums where people can speak about things openly now.
It gives tips on how to like talk to people or how to get mental health off your back.
Yeah, I think the media has brought it into the forefront. I mean, it was never discussed. I mean, in the days gone by, you didn't have social media as a platform. You just had your TV news and your newspapers. The media was portrayed men as strong, like say beer drinkers, go to football on a weekend, and that's one of the perceptions. You said, go to football, be a man. We didn't want him to be a ballet dancer, did we? Because that ain't perceived as being manly.
If I went to my granddad and dad and said I wanted to be a ballerina, I think they would say like that isn't something for me and that I shouldn't play like football or like rugby or something.
The main thing is that he's happy and that he's doing something that he enjoys, and I think the social aspects that he gets from doing sports and being around with his friends and stuff like that is really important for him building that support network as well.
Brought them up as boys to do boys things. Encourage him to do things that are perceived as manly things, you know, that boys do.
I think there's a stat out there that one of the biggest causes of male deaths is suicide or something like that. And I think obviously that shows that there's a massive issue there to do with men's mental health that still needs addressing. So I don't think as a society we've got to the bottom of the issue, or we can say that we've solved it. And until we've made more progress on that, I think then there still needs to be a focus.
Yeah, I think there's more things that are now classed as mental health that you wouldn't have thought of in the past. Things like depression. You know, you never thought of depression as being a mental health, but due to the media highlighting these sort of things, you do realise that there are more things that are classed as being mental health problems that you can get help with. I know you can get help from your friends, but you can go to people that are more qualified, that are used to dealing with this field.
I think as well, it's important to recognise that kind of like if you've got a mental health condition, whether it's anxiety or depression or something like that, ultimately it is a medical condition, and I think that's been part of the stigma that's been attached to mental health, that people probably haven't recognised it as a medical condition. And you know, like you should any other medical condition, if it's something that you're worried about, then you're probably best going to speak to your doctor about it.
I think because they're more qualified and they're experts, they could like give you the appropriate steps and like help you.
Anxiety and stress they were just thought as a condition that you put up with. You know, you thought mental illness was something you went into hospital with and that sort of thing, not everyday things that people get. I think we've learned that we can talk to each other more, can't we? You know, if we have any problems, we can all discuss them.
I think from what Josh has said tonight, it's become quite clear that it's something that they're talking about in schools now, so hopefully that'll give more support to the younger generation as well.
Yeah, hopefully going forward things will get better, won't they?
If you yourself or you know someone that is dealing with mental health issues, please reach out to an organisation that can help.